Guys, if you like Dragon Ball Hakai, today is the best day for you to subscribe to our Patreon. We started publishing about 3 pages a day of the next chapter of Dragon Ball Hakai. In addition, you will also have access to several other stories created by our team, including Dragon Ball Shinken. By collaborating with our Patreon, you help us keep Dragon Ball Hakai alive and have a lot of benefits. Become a member of our community too. The link is in the video description and in the pinned comment. I'm waiting for you there.
Is Vegeta currently the most powerful mortal in all 12 universes? That's very possible, folks, since Vegeta has now surpassed Goku's Ultra Instinct. However, there are other strong contenders for that title who might be stronger than Ultra Ego and Ultra Instinct. I know there are many powerful beings in the Dragon Ball multiverse, and characters like Goku and Vegeta, for example, aren't even close to being in the top 20 strongest overall. But in this video, I'm only referring to mortals, excluding gods and beings who are directly part of the gods. Another important thing to clarify is that it's impossible to be 100% precise with this ranking since some of these mortals haven't shown their full power yet. This means some characters might be stronger than we think. But in general, I'll follow a logical line of reasoning here, and I think you all will agree. Without further delay, let's get into our ranking of the 5 most powerful mortals across the 12 universes. Hakai. In 5th place, I'll put the Great Emperor of Evil, Frieza. At first, I thought this spot should go to Toppo, since he's a very powerful mortal and a candidate for God of Destruction. In the Tournament of Power in the anime, Toppo was much stronger than Frieza, even humiliating him in battle. In the manga, everything leads us to believe that Toppo was also superior to Frieza. But even if we consider Toppo's most powerful version, which is the one from the anime, we still have to conclude that Frieza is more powerful than him. Anime Toppo, his strongest version, was weaker than Vegeta in his Super Saiyan Blue evolution form. That's a fact. But when Vegeta used his most powerful blue form against Golden Cooler, he was at a disadvantage. In other words, Golden Cooler is stronger than Super Saiyan Blue evolution Vegeta. And a comment from Frieza to Pycom hinted that during his training with Cooler, Frieza increased his powers, and it was understood that Golden Frieza was stronger than Golden Cooler. Frieza was only surpassed by Ultimate Golden Cooler, which is a level beyond the regular Golden form. So, if Golden Frieza is stronger than Golden Cooler, who is stronger than Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta, then Golden Frieza is currently superior to Toppo, at least the one we saw in the Tournament of Power. Of course, Toppo may have gotten stronger, but we don't have that information, and Frieza is also getting stronger. Definitely training hard now after being outraged at being surpassed by Cooler. So to sum up, in 5th place, I'm putting the Great Frieza. Just a reminder that in Dragon Ball Hakai, Frieza doesn't have his black form yet, okay? But I'd like to know your opinions. Would you like to see Black Frieza in Dragon Ball Hakai? Or would you prefer an exclusive and original transformation for the Emperor? Share your thoughts in the comments. And while you're at it, go ahead and like the video to help with its reach here on the platform, and also subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our content. In 4th place, I'm going to put 2 characters, King Krista and K. For those who don't remember, Krista is the king of the Saiyans from planet Sadala. He's like King Vegeta from Universe 6 but infinitely more powerful. And Cole is the Metamoran fusion of Kale and Caulifla. While the fusion of the two through Potara earrings is Kefla, their fusion through the Metamoran dance is Cole. As for King Krista, he managed to show enough power to pressure God of Destruction Goku while he was using Ultra Instinct. In that fight, Goku's powers were limited, and he was actually using less power than he did against Jiren in the Tournament of Power. Even so, this was an incredible feat by Krista. Another important detail is that Krista didn't use all of his power in that fight, and his limits remain unknown to this day. It's worth noting that King Krista is an immortal Saiyan who, from a young age, had enormous potential, similar to characters like Broly and Gohan. So, this king could indeed be incredibly powerful. As for Cole, she is definitely much stronger than Kefla, since she is the fusion of a more well-trained Kale and Caulifla, and she also has the ability to transform into Super Saiyan 3. We didn't get to see Kaal fight, but she seemed very confident in defeating King Krista, which is why I'm putting her at the same rank as him in this list. Again, it's important to clarify that Krista and Kolu's full potential hasn't been fully explored, so they could rank much higher. But here, I'm prioritizing what we've seen in the manga rather than making assumptions. Now I want to know who you think is stronger, King Krista or Carl. Most likely, these two will face off at some point, and I want to know who you think will come out on top. Share your opinions in the comments. In third place on this list, I'm going to put the most acclaimed bald guy from the Tournament of Power, Jiren the Grey. Besides being extremely powerful, Jiren has vast combat experience and excellent control over his own power. In the tournament, he managed to take on Ultra Instinct Goku, although at a disadvantage. But he seems to be even more powerful now in Dragon Ball Hakai, as Belmod mentioned in chapter 29 that Jiren's control over his colossal power grows day by day. And as we know, in Dragon Ball, having more control over one's power means getting stronger, especially after Dragon Ball Super. It's very hard to gauge how much Jiren has improved, but it's a fact that he's been training, and that training is paying off. I'm putting Jiren ahead of King Krista in this ranking, because it was very clear that the Ultra Instinct Goku that Krista fought was weaker than the Ultra Instinct Goku that Jiren faced. Adding to that, Jiren has progressed since the tournament and we don't know Krista's full power, so I decided to rank the bald guy higher. And I also believe he's stronger than Cole for several reasons. What about you? Do you think Jiren is stronger or weaker than King Krista and Cole? Comment your thoughts. And also let me know what you'd like to see from Jiren in Dragon Ball Hakai. In second place, I'm also going to rank two characters because it's really hard to determine who's more powerful at this point. These characters are Cooler and Broly. These two characters have a very similar feat, which is giving Ultra Ego Vegeta a hard time. In Cooler's case, we saw that his power, using the ultimate golden form, was very balanced with Vegeta's, and he lost the fight by a very slim margin. We could say that if Ultra Ego Vegeta's power was a 10, Ultimate Golden Cooler's power was around 9.8 or 9.9. And right now, we're seeing a very intense fight between Broly and Vegeta. In this fight, Broly is using his legendary Super Saiyan at maximum capacity, even surpassing the power level he used against Gogeta on Earth, according to Vegeta himself. Broly and Vegeta are very evenly matched at this point in the fight, much like how it was with Vegeta versus Cooler. So, everything indicates that Broly and Cooler have a very similar level of power. And I know many of you might say that Broly is obviously stronger since he's facing Vegeta after his fight with Cooler, which would be a stronger version of the Prince. However, from what we've seen, Vegeta's power didn't grow after the fight with Cooler. There's even a line where he complains about being stuck in his evolution. This was precisely the reason he called Broly to train. And of course, there are probably some of you ready to comment about the Zenkai boost Vegeta should have gotten after being on the verge of death from the fight with Cooler. But that Zenkai didn't happen, as Goku and Vegeta no longer grow stronger through Zenkai boosts. This was made clear a long time ago in the Zamasu arc. In other words, Broly and Cooler have very similar power levels, at least based on what we've seen up until chapter 38 of Dragon Ball Hakai, which is the latest chapter released at the time this video is being made. Of course, it's still possible that Broly could defeat Vegeta, and if that happens, he would prove himself stronger than Cooler, but that hasn't happened yet, so for now, both remain tied in this ranking. Based on what you've seen so far, do you think Broly will surpass Cooler in this fight against Vegeta or not? Leave your opinions in the comments. And I think the first place spot shouldn't be a surprise to anyone, right guys? Of course, it's the Great Prince of the Saiyans. Using Ultra Ego, Vegeta is more powerful than Golden Frieza. There's no debate about that. After reaching Ultra Ego, he most likely became stronger than Ultra Instinct Goku from the beginning of Dragon Ball Hakai. I say this because he was extremely proud of this transformation, which indicates that he was more powerful than Goku was the last time they saw each other. And if Vegeta is stronger than Ultra Instinct Goku, he is consequently more powerful than Jiren was in his last fight, and also has greater power than King Krista and Kale have shown so far. Vegeta is also proven to be more powerful than Cooler since he defeated him, and for now, he's consistently showing an advantage over Broly in their fight. With that, I think it's safe to say that among mortals, Vegeta is the most powerful warrior in Dragon Ball Hakai so far. Leave a like on the video if you haven't already, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss our upcoming videos. If you want to directly support the production of the Dragon Ball Hakai manga, sign up for our Patreon or contribute with a super thanks. If you know any other Dragon Ball fan like us, share this video with them. And to show me that you're a true fan who stayed until the end of the video, comment right now, Ultra Ego Vegeta surpasses God of Destruction Goku. I know it's not true, but it's just for fun and to let Vegeta dream a little. A big hug to all of you, and see you in the next video.